the 08 Panthers, and the 02 Buccaneers. D'Angelo Williams with a very good first half. He'll break a couple tackles here and run 70 yards into the end zone to make it 7-0, and then another touchdown run by Williams to make it 14-0 and 20-3 at halftime.
It's the 0-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers down 20-3 after they cut the lead to 7. They'll do something pretty special on the ensuing kickoff, either big play or a boo-boo. Ooh, that was boo-boo for the Panthers, but the Buccaneers recover it, and they're in position to tie the game. Williams on the receiving end of the 34-yard touchdown, 20-20 now. Bucks get the ball back, and they take the lead after being down 20-3. Last chance for the Panthers, 4th down 11. It's an incomplete pass to Smith. Bucks win 27-20. 91 Lions and the 96 Packers, both offenses struggling early in this one. It'd be 9-6 in the 4th before Favre throws first TD of the game, caught by Derby. Rodney Peete and the Lions set on making a comeback. Craig Newsom, the DB, gets in front of that pass, and he'll take it to the 4. Oh, wait, no, there's a fumble. Oh, and the Lions recover it. John Overton with the recovery on a wacky play, ending up in the Lions' favor. And Pete will take advantage, throwing to his big play man, Pierman, and he'll take it all the way to the end zone, and that would actually seal the deal for the Lions. They win by the final 16-13. 99 Rams and the 98 Jaguars. Mark Brunell to Jimmy Smith to get in the end zone, 7-0. Jags, Kurt Warner would find Ricky Prohl, and he can do some damage, tying the game at 10 apiece at halftime. In the 4th quarter, the Jags now lead it with 1:30 to go in the 4th. Mike Hollis on the kick, but how often have we seen the greatest show on turf with a comeback? Their offense drives their team first down to the 8-yard line. Torrey Holt on the receiving end. Then with 40 seconds to go in the 4th, Marshall Faulk burrowing, driving end zone. He gets in for the touchdown to take the lead for the Rams. With 21 seconds to go, Brunell sacked on 3rd and incomplete on 4th down. That's the way the Jags lose 17-13, and the Rams stay alive at 3-3. Browns coming into this one at 1-4, and the Steelers 4-1. Grossman not known for the big athletic play. He'll dive into the end zone. Let's take a couple shots at that one. Grossman makes it 7-0 in the 1st. Then in the 4th, Terry Bradshaw would hit John Stallworth, who'd break a tackle and run into the end zone. That'd about wrap it up there in Pittsburgh, 10-17 final. The epic offense versus the epic defense. Only one phase showed up in Minnesota. No stopping the home team. Vikings continue to dominate on a big play to Randy Moss. 24-14 is the final. Minnesota giving the Ravens their first loss of the year. The epic Week 6 edition of Madden matchup of the week. Bengals still urging to find a win in this one. And boy, did it look like a blowout in this one. Steve Slayton to make it 14-0 just before halftime. Yet I say just before halftime. Ira Hillary makes it 14-7 in the 3rd quarter now. Brown with the score to make it 14-all. Bengals have a chance in this one. Maybe now the crowd is back into it, and the Bengals get the ball back, and they take advantage. Esiason to Ickey Woods to make it to the 40. And Stanford Jennings, the running back, would get his team all the way down inside the 5. The Texans would stuff the Bengals 3 plays in a row and have to make them settle for a field goal. Reach would boot it through with just under 50 seconds to go. 17-14 now. Matt Shaw, Kenny Engineer, at least 3 points. He'd hit Owen Daniels on consecutive plays to get his team inside the 25, but they have no timeouts with 22 to go, so they have to spike it. And they eventually do with 14 to go. It all comes down to this. Brown can either lose it or send it to overtime for the Texans. And the kick is good, so he ties the game 17-all. Cincinnati, winners of the coin toss, can they fulfill this comeback attempt? Typically, if you win the toss in overtime, you win the game. Jennings returning it from the 6-yard line, takes it to the 25, fumbles the ball, picked up by Xavier Adibi, and he'll take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. I can't believe this. The Texans win 23-17. Bengals finding a way to lose all season long. They're 0-6 now. 0-4 Eagles and the 76 Raiders. Opening kickoff now. Thomas would run it in 101 yards to the end zone for the only Raider touchdown of the day. But Philadelphia would counter early in the first quarter. It'd be a big play to Dorsey. Levens 7-7 now at halftime. Fourth quarter, Raiders get a key field goal. Errol Mann to make it 10-7. Raiders win close here in Oakland. Raiders 5-1, Eagles 1-4. 08 Cardinals and the 05 Seahawks. First quarter, Sean Alexander from the 5, burrowing, trucking, driving end zone. He'll get in for the Seahawks touchdown to make it 17-3 at halftime in the fourth quarter. Bobby Ingram and the Hawks piling it on 24-3 late in the fourth quarter. And a little showing off too. Larry Fitzgerald with a touchdown late in the fourth quarter. The finals 24-13. Hawks over 100 yards rushing. 99 Titans and the 07 Patriots. Tennessee always that McNair to Dyson connection. Patriots down by 7 now. Grady would drive his team down the field but throw an ugly interception to Javon Curse, 14-0 before Randy Moss to get into the action. Patriots get a touchdown right before halftime. We take it to the fourth quarter now. Punt really hasn't been much of the highlight reel, so this better be either boo-boo or a big play. Welker at midfield reverses direction and fumbles the ball. Case Fajarn on the recovery and would take it to the other 43-yard line. Patriots drop the 4-2. 85 Bears and the 96 Falcons. It'd be a field goal fest. Morton Anderson and Kevin Butler with very busy afternoons. It'd be 6-0 right before halftime, and Butler would make it 6-3 in the third, and the Falcons would make it 9-3 late in the fourth quarter, but giving enough time for a Bears comeback attempt. 4th and 2 from the 37. It'd be a handoff to Walter Payton, who'd be stuffed behind the line. Bears now on a 2-game losing streak after losing 9-3. 98 Broncos at the 81 Chargers. Dan Fouts and the San Diego offense was hot all night long. Chandler in the end zone to make it 14-7, and Kellen Winslow to make it 24-7, and then a late John Elway pick would seal the deal. Williams with the pick 6, and the Chargers win by the final 31-15. The Chargers are now 2-3. This is a recap of Week 6's games.
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party!
First down, 10 to go. They'll give it off here. He can't bring him down. Here's the give.
What a run that was.
And they'll pull out the win.
Ho-ho!
That's it from Arizona. Stay right there for our post-game highlight package.
Take a quick look at next weekend's games. The matchup is the Vikings at Steelers. 2-4-2 teams face off in Pittsburgh. Make sure to tune in, though, to all the games on Week 7 as we're edging near the halfway point of the season and teams are starting to take hold. Number 3 game of the week, D'Angelo Williams on a nice 70-yard touchdown run to open the game. Williams will break not just 1, not just 2, but 3, 4, 5, who knows. Tackles to get into the end zone. Touchdown Carolina. They'd end up losing that game though by the final 27-20, the number 2 play of the week. Thomas kick return touchdown to start off this game in Oakland. And the number 1 play of Week 6's action, Hasselbeck would hand off to Alexander, and he'd keep rumbling, trucking, end zone, and he'd get in there for the touchdown. Seahawks would eventually win that game, and that's the top 3 plays of Week 6.